Hello everybody, as you're very familiar with this laptop, this is the NASCAR PC by Sysnet laptop. If you haven't seen the other two videos on my channel, for better or for worse, I recommend you go watch them, click off this video or click the links. In the first video, what I do is I open up this laptop and I test it with a bunch of software that it came with and see how it did for completely bone stock hardware. That's how I received the laptop. And in the second video, oh my goodness, I pulled something I don't think I've ever done, and at least not caught right off the get-go until you guys let me know, me being completely ignorant and a total nimrod to NVMe SSDs. No wonder why I titled it "This Thing Hated This Mod," because it was wrong in so many ways, and you guys definitely let me know. I can't lie, I was like stuck up against the wall about it. I'm like, man, why is this NVMe SSD not working in this SATA spot? And I'm like, man, this is just not going how I want it to. And you guys were very quick and very stern to let me know that, hey, dude, you're being a moron. That's not how that works. But in this video, I actually, did my research just a little bit more. That's what I get for pounding a rock star before I do a bunch of computer research and I buy the wrong things. But this time, I've got the right... I almost said NVMe. I'm so used to saying that. But I got the right SATA 3 SSD 256 gig M&B key that is compatible with the original board I was trying to put in. I just have it out of the enclosure right now. So what's great is that they accidentally sent me two of them. So yeah, they sent me a 256 and a 128, but I'm going to put in the 128 right now just to see how it goes, because with the M.2 adapter, it is not compatible with what it's not compatible with the SATA. It's only compatible with the NVMe. So I'm just going to have to make any adjustments live on the laptop. So I'm going to quit the talking and go ahead and install this. I have to take out the SSD that I have in here that is, well, somehow in there is the key word, because like it's not fastened down to anything. It's just kind of smushed in there, and it's ugly. I'll show you guys right fast. Okay, let me finish taking out the screw here. Yeah, so it's like how this is made. It has like a bridge to it, yeah. So this is what I have right now. I have a IDE to SATA and just a regular SATA 2.5-inch drive, but we are going to be getting rid of that. And let me find the original caddy. Where's my screw? So let me reassemble this like so. Yeah, and that's how that goes, but this fits so snug, since I'm pretty sure it's just a 3D print case. It fits so snug in there, so I really don't have to put in any screws. But let me find the screws for the bottom here. I can at least get that going. Yeah, I really don't have to go all too hog wild, and plus I kind of lost two of the screws, so I just kind of go. Great. Okay, so now this is, I genuinely don't remember how this goes. I'm pretty sure it goes like so, maybe? I'm sure it goes in like that, and then, yeah, that is the right way. So this will go in like so. This will slide in. Like I said, it's a tight fit. The first time I tried to rip, I don't want to say ripping it out, but taking it out, I cut the hell out of my hand trying to do that, and yeah. So now it simply slides in. One down. Two down. Okay, so now this will actually sit like it is supposed to and not be bulging out like it was with the other SSD. So, you have to do both the back and the sides. It's kind of funky how it goes on. So, alright, that's so much better. We're probably going to run into the same issue as far as maybe driver compatibility, but I know right off the get-go if, I know what to test first things first. So I'm going to do what I normally do, and that is to jump right into the BIOS. This is what I was saying was, I know what to test first, that is. I got to wait for the screen to warm up, and yeah, I genuinely don't remember what button it is. Oh, F12. Okay, so it's detecting the drive. So let me jump into the actual BIOS, because for some reason I cannot remember which button it is. bring it in a little closer for you guys. I'm still really mad that my VGA to thing there. Okay, great. So perfect. So Gigastone SSD PM, great. So I can now just jump right into the Windows XP installation. So I'm pretty happy about that. So what does this tell me? That 128 gigs. Okay, maximum capacity. So, okay, so all that's fine. So, all right, I was totally not a doofus and installing NVMe into a SATA 3 slot. Yeah. Oh, man. You guys let me know, man. You guys really did let me know. That was some funny stuff. I can't lie. Like, part of me was just like, I should delete the video. I look like a total idiot. Like, and then I'm like, no, this video single-handedly brought me in over 150 to 200 subscribers. Something I've never, and I've had this channel up for many, many years. I've thrown everything at the wall at this channel, but that video alone brought me in the most subscribers that I've ever had. So I'm keeping it up even though I look like a total idiot when it comes to, like, computers and whatnot. Believe me, I've been doing this for over a decade, but even some of the best can have some off days. I'll tell you that right now. But okay, let's just jump right into the Windows XP installation and let's just see how that goes, if it's as smooth sailing as the actual hardware installation is. Alright, so I inserted the CD, and let me actually center the monitor to the screen here. So I should be able to just kick right into the installation with our nice, loud, and lovely CD drive. There we go. Now I hear it firing up. So at least as of right now, I don't have any drivers installed as far as like anything SATA, because I genuinely don't think I need them, because how it worked with the regular SSD, the laptop drive SSD, and it was just like the size and partition aspect of things where it would throw the blue screen and whatnot, but at least I know what to do there, so yeah, I can't make any more silly mistakes. So I'm like terrified now. Nah, I'm just kidding, yo. You gotta make mistakes, because if you ain't learning, you ain't living. In the Amazon rainforest, you hear the sounds of the local bullfrogs ribbiting away in their native fortress. God, I wonder if they make replacements for that, because that's rough. Or maybe I could just, like, oil it or something. Okay, so that went pretty painless. So this is where it gets a little interesting to see where we're gonna land for our... Oh! Okay. So that's detecting, well, not 128 gigs, but that's a little over 122 gigs. That's completely fine with me. I imagine if I installed this one, the 256, if it would have given me that problem. So I don't know. Maybe we'll never know. I'm gonna actually delete this partition because it says it's unknown. So I'm gonna create a partition and install it, and then that way I can do the NTFS file format. So let's see how long this takes. So it's been roughly about 10 minutes. A lot more times it acted like it was driver.cav and it would just hang, but at least so far so good. So I guess in the next reboot I'll see how it goes. So let's see if we continue on, because I do remember it did blue screen during this reboot the last time, but it didn't seem to affect anything. Okay, all good there. Yeah, it was right here at blue screen, but I did a hard reset and then it worked fine. Okay, great. So, all right, cool. We're looking good so far. So let's continue on with the installation, and I'll cut back once this is just about finished, and then we'll boot to the desktop, get the drivers installed, and then in this video, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hard drive benchmarking, and just to see what we're getting for speeds and whatnot. It's been roughly about 5 minutes, and even though this says approximately 22 minutes, I highly doubt that that is accurate, because aside from when it has to pull from the ribbit drive, also known as the CD drive, this thing is ripping through the installation, even faster from when I had the laptop drive SSD. And yeah, so far so good. I've got my hopes are starting to raise just a little bit, So I was right on the whole 22-minute thing being completely inaccurate, because it's been about another 5 minutes. Alright, so we're going to jump right into, hopefully, the desktop here. The drivers aren't going to be installed, as you guys have seen in the previous videos, but this has been going rather swimmingly so far. Yeah, it pays to do your research, kids. It pays to do your research, because obviously, in the last video, I did not. I thought I did, but I sure didn't. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned before if, yeah, Windows XP Professional, you know the drill. Did you notice how fast that boot was? Holy smokes. Okay. So far, so good. Next. I'm just thankful that my trackpad works and whatnot, and like my USB drivers would hopefully work if that didn't. So I do have a mouse, but it's still the same point. Oh shit. I don't know why I turn on automatic updates. Alright, yeah, there's my screw up for the video. How about that? And yes, you can register with Microsoft in 2025. Alright, and without any problem. Oh wait, I might have jinxed it. Hold on. Alright, without any problem, we are at the desktop. So I'm going to Windows key, pause, break. Alright, cool. So, wow, this thing's snappy. Woo! 119 gigs, as you can see here. Only using 3 gigs. Remember a time when an installation of an operating system only took up a little over 3 gigabytes? Man. Pepperidge Farm remembers. So I still do have that, my time-appropriate Memorex travel drive. I don't know about you guys, or if you guys have had gone into the market for a old-school flash drive or SD card. Ones that are under 4 gigs, or actually even 8 gigabytes, is getting to become few and far between. That is in the United States, that is. And it's kind of crazy. Because you think that, you know, they'd be like, you know, a dime a dozen, right? But no, it's definitely not the case. Okay, so we're going to install the AC97 drivers, and then, if I'm correct, these are the right ones. I don't remember. It was either the SoundMax ones or the Realtek ones. I got myself second guessing. Either way, this'll tell me, or it just flat out won't work. You know how it is in my videos. We got to play the best sample song. All right, I did install the right ones. Woo! All right. So, alright, sound is working. Now it is time for the graphics drivers. Now, this does usually give me like a compatibility error, but it worked fine on the other one. I wonder what it's about. Maybe it's just for like the Catalyst software, but the drivers are correct. Usually right here it'll tell me. Yeah, okay. So it's like, it's the right one, but I don't know why it... Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to restart it right now. Actually, you know, I'm going to take out my installation CD as well. Sorry, so that was just an error for the Catalyst software. I just have to install DirectX. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I completely skipped over the Wi-Fi driver installation. Now I'm just installing the Snaptics for the touchpad and whatnot, even though it works completely fine. But at least when you go into Device Manager, it won't pop up something completely random. So I didn't grab the chipset drivers, I believe. So let me jump into Control Panel. Hardware, here we go, Device Manager. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is just for the hard drive, the modem, and then, yeah, the Wi-Fi card. So I'm going to completely leave those. This is working completely fine. So I'm going to give it one more restart here, and then grab the hard drive benchmarking and do a test there. Okay, so I'm back with Disk Mark 32, and I'm going to run this benchmark here. So we're at 4% usage. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so the SSD, the M.2 SSD, this is our results. Pretty neck and neck until it comes to the random write and the random read and write. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put back in the original hard drive that still has all that software on it, and we're going to compare it to this. So I'm going to take a snapshot of what the numbers are here, because I don't know if I'm all too impressed with those numbers. I can't lie. I cannot lie. So yeah, 0.33 gigabytes a second. I can't say I don't think that's all too good, but but we are pretty limited. This is kind of bottlenecked as far as the performance goes, so I can't say I expected too good, but I think I expected just a little bit better than what I've got here. So let me put in the old hard drive. I'm going to save that. We're just going to cut right to the desktop, and we're going to just speed through the other one like we did this one. So I can't lie, I kind of wish I recorded that boot because it was so long, just so long. But then again, we got a lot more software going on in here, so let me copy over Crystal Disk Mark. So let's hit all, and let's see what we get. Okay, so as you can see, we have a pretty good amount of gappage going on. I will say I'm pretty surprised for the sequential reads. We are not too far off from the 32 and some change that we got on the M.2. And I'm just a little more surprised that we got a better write speed on this hard drive than we did a read speed, especially when it comes to the sequentials. I'm not really too shocked that there's just such a gap between the random read and writes, but as far as they go, I'm still kind of like meh about the .30 and .50 that, or you know, .40, whatever it is. I'm no good at math, don't let me fool you. Pretty surprised at the distance between these two as far as the sequentials and the randoms, because at least with the M.2 it wasn't as far as a gap. Yeah, pretty surprising, but I mean, results are in. The M.2 was going to do a lot better, but if you think about it, at least in comparison to something just a little bit faster, something that was marketed as something that was performance for its time, even with an M.2, it wasn't going to do all too good, but I was expecting just a little bit more out of the M.2 in comparison to what the stock hard drive had to offer as far as the read and write speeds. Yeah, only about a 6 or 7 megabyte difference. I mean, you could probably save $1 and get the adapter in the correct M.2 SSD and, you know, be able to go from there. But yeah, I wouldn't go off of any kind of benchmark that you see in customer reviews, because obviously they're not testing it on a laptop from 2005 with Windows XP. Yeah, but quite the gap. Really surprised by those four there. Yeah, really surprised, but safe to say I'll be putting in the M.2 once more and going on from there. So that is going to do it for this video, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed and actually watched me do this correctly this time with the right M.2. So if you guys did enjoy, be sure to subscribe for the channel for more content like this, yada yada yada, like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah, the typical YouTuber stuff. And as always, I'm out of here.